Welcome to Technically Speaking, the show for the technically challenged. If you're anything like me, now that it's so easy to take pictures at family events, vacations, even just sitting around the house, you probably have thousands of them amassed. Well, it used to be so difficult. You'd have to buy film, you got 24 shots and you had no idea what they looked like until you were done. When you were finished, you put it into that little envelope, shipped it off, and hoped that you maybe got a few, that people's eyes were open or your finger wasn't blocking the shutter. Well, now with these small digital cameras that can fit in your pocket, or even cell phones that take fabulous pictures, everybody is a photographer. Well, today we're going to look at different ways of organizing our photos, and most especially making a slideshow, complete with transitions, special effects, and music, so you can show off all of those great photos to your family and friends, and maybe even use them at different special events. Put them on a DVD and show them off. It's a lot easier than you think. The techniques we're going to be using work on either a Macintosh computer or a Windows computer. So no matter what you have at home, you can be using this with no problem. All of the programs that we're going to be using come included with the computer, so there's nothing you need to buy. Just start taking pictures and we can get them right onto the computer. Now, most people are taking pictures either with a digital camera or with their cell phone. Either way, it's very simple to get those pictures onto your computer. If they're from a cell phone, your phone might have come with a little wire that connects to sync with your computer, or if not, right on the screen, you can email the pictures to yourself. Once you've emailed them to yourself, they're right there on the computer. If you're using a digital camera, you're simply going to open it up and take out the little memory card. All of your pictures are stored on the memory card, and your computer is going to come with a little card slot to stick it in. Once you've put the card into the computer, well, I see mine is automatically loading the pictures up without my even doing anything. If it didn't, all I would need to do is double click on that little card there. And I'm going to see my folders and my pictures right inside. And I could load them right onto the computer from there with no problem. So whether the pictures are taken on a cell phone or on a camera, it's very simple to get them onto our computer. Now that they're on the computer, the fun can begin. First, we're going to be using a Macintosh computer, and we're going to be using a program called iPhoto. iPhoto comes pre-installed on the computer, so there's nothing that you need to buy, and it's already there. If you look down here, this is what the iPhoto app looks like. A little camera with a picture. Pretty easy to find. When I open up that app, what you're going to see first are all of the pictures that have been automatically uploaded to this computer every time I add one of those little cards. It automatically takes my pictures, and if you look here, you'll see that my pictures are all dated. There are different dates on the pictures. And besides the date, it's also showing how many pictures were taken that date. For example, August 20th, once I put my mouse over it, we see lots of pictures. And the number 13. There were 13 pictures taken on August 20th. On August 22nd, just one. Down here on August 30th, another 5. The nice thing about iPhoto is that no matter what day you put the pictures on your computer, they know what date the photos were actually taken. What happens is when you take a picture with a cell phone or a digital camera, each picture is embedded with the date. Well, gone are the days that we had to either remember after the fact when these pictures were, or those old-fashioned ways that every single picture had a little date stamp on them, usually in exactly the wrong place. So even if you don't get a chance to deal with your photos for 6 months, they're automatically dated and they're arranged right here on iPhoto according to date. Incidentally, your photos are also stamped with a location. So there are some very fancy and advanced things we could do with location. In fact, have a whole map that shows where the photos were taken place. So if you go to Europe, your photos actually know where they were taken. It's kind of neat. Well, what we're going to be doing now is learning how to make a slideshow so that we can see a whole bunch of photos in a row, special effects and transitions, and even adding some music. It's very easy to do that. If we look over here under File, you'll see that we can make a new album, some other things, including a book, a card, a calendar, and a slideshow. I'm going to make an album first, just so you can see how we do it very easily. We come over here to the field where all of our pictures are, and all we need to do is highlight the pictures we would like to put in an album. So I'm going to click down where I can find my pictures very easily. Oh, here's a bunch. Ah, I remember this. For my wedding anniversary, my children made a chocolate buffet. I highlight those 3 pictures, come up here to New Album, and it just appeared. My 3 pictures, untitled. I'm going to put in chocolate buffet, and now I know. You'll see that I made some other albums already. Pictures from a trip to Canada, pictures from a trip to Washington, and graduation pictures. I made them those exact same ways. I simply highlighted the pictures, went up to File, and clicked New Album. Well, this time I'm going to highlight the pictures and click New Slideshow. So let's say we'll make one of all the Canada pictures. In order to select all the pictures, I can click them individually or highlight the first and the last. Now you can see from the yellow line around them that they're all highlighted. Now when I go to File, New Slideshow, you'll see here Slideshows, and they wrote Canada. Well, they wrote Canada too. I'm going to call it Canada 2012. That's when it was. Now, if we do nothing else but that, we already have a little bit of a slideshow going on. Let me click on Preview, and you could see it. Look at that. They even put in a little bit of music, a little bit of special effects with the picture. We did nothing. But now we can choose some of those selections ourselves. So I'll just pause it there, and you'll see some options. The main ones I want to think about here are Themes, Music, and Settings. First of all, under Settings, there are things that I can decide, like how long I want each slide to play. I'm just going to simply tell it to fit the slides to the music. However long the music is, please make the adjustment. Leave some of the grunt work off of me. Next, you'll see that we have text. This one has text. Any picture that I would like to add text to, I simply click on it and add text. And I could add a little bit of text here. How about enjoying Niagara Falls? There we go. Oh, that's a pretty rainbow. I'll add a little text to that. What a beautiful rainbow. Okay, you could do this with all of your slides, or maybe just a select few. Next, I'm going to come over here to Themes. We saw in the preview that they'll play my slides one right after another with a little bit of a transition. But maybe I want something a little fancier than that. If I come over to Themes, you're going to see some choices I have. Let me show you what these look like. If I put it on Snapshots and choose, now we can watch our show. Very cute. Let's try another one. I'm going to go back to Themes. Let's see, that was Snapshots. Let me go with Sliding Panels this time. Choose, and then preview. Somebody's going to see this and think I did an awful lot of work. Not bad. I think I want something a little more dramatic. Back to themes. Shatter. I like it. Okay. Here's a preview. Oh, now that looks fancy. Well, that's all very nice, except I'm not really crazy about that music they put on there. So I'm going to come over here to where it says music. And it's automatically looking on my computer at all of my music. So if I wanted this song here instead, I would choose it. And now I have my choice of music, my choice of theme, and a couple of little subtitles going on too. If I wanted to preview it on a bigger screen, I'd press play. There we go. Pretty quick. Now this is fine if you just want to show off your slideshow to your friends right there from your computer. But you might want to export your slideshow. If you export it, what that means is you can put it onto an iPod, a DVD, an iPhone, and that's very simple to do right here at the export button. Once I click it, you're going to see lots of choices here. I can click off whether I'm going for a mobile size, large, or a display, and you could see from my options whether it's going to work on an iPod, an iPhone, an iPad, different types of TVs, and different screen resolutions. So I simply make my choice. If I was just going to show this on my iPhone, I would choose this one and export. It'll automatically export it, and I can upload it to my iPhone and carry around my slideshow wherever I go. Well, I think that was the easiest slideshow we ever made. Definitely something you want to be able to share at parties, at graduations, special events, and make everybody think you worked so hard. Next, we're going to show you how to do it on a Windows computer.